Carolyn.Sanita, transformation coach. I'm here to share with you my personalized fat loss plan for the year of 2026. Come along. All right. With my current height and weight, my maintenance calories are currently between 2,500 and 2,700 calories per day. To achieve my fat loss goals for the year of 2026, I will eat in a caloric deficit. So I will eat around 1,800 to 2,000 calories daily based on my energetic levels and my strength training schedule. So to achieve fat loss, we eat in a caloric deficit. That's the magic. There's a lot out there in regards to all these other tips and tricks, but that's really where the bread and butter is. Now, there are certain things such as hormonal dysregulation that can come into play that can actually be counterproductive to eat in a extreme caloric deficit. I'll share more on that in another video in the future. So ultimately, in order to lose fat, the body's energy must exceed the amount of calories in which you're consuming on a daily basis. What's on my plate this year for my 2026 fat loss journey? Mostly consuming fiber through hemp seed protein powder and chia seeds, a lot of lean meats, and then minimal vegetables. No cruciferous vegetables because those tend to trigger some of the digestive symptoms that I have endured on and off for years. So, a majority of what I'll be consuming will be from lean protein and from certain seeds to make sure I'm getting that fiber and those good omega 3 fats. I also will be consuming minimal amounts of fruit, and that's just due to glucose of all forms causing some of the digestive symptoms that I have mentioned in my previous videos. And so, while this might seem, extreme, it's actually what works for me. And that's something I really want to focus on within all of these videos over the course of the next year is how impersonalized each person's nutrition plan is. We don't all fit in a box. We're not monoliths. Each one of us has an individual program and pattern that optimizes our health rather than staying all rigid in the same pattern. So I have actually adhered to a gluten-free, grain-free, and dairy-free diet for quite some years now, almost a decade. And I've had moments in which I have allowed myself to indulge. This year, I'm focusing on staying 100% because my body has sent signals of communication, i.e., certain digestive systems, symptoms, and/or skin conditions such as eczema that represent that my body is not feeling aligned with grain and or dairy. Let's talk alcohol. So, luckily for me, alcohol has never been one of those vices. It's something I've consumed on and off for years. I actually went an entire 9, 10 months last year not drinking alcohol. I'm not going to be that rigid with myself. So I'm honestly just going to drink in spaces of celebration. So to make that structured, I will offer myself space to have 2 to 3 drinks throughout each month, just to leave room for moments that are celebratory for myself and or my community. Consuming my meals, I will be mostly consuming my meals at home. It's something that I've always done, mostly done, just due to having a sense of regulation around how my body receives symptoms based on the foods I consume. So, I will be eating from home mostly, 99% of the time. It will help me keep track of my calories, but most importantly, keep track of what ingredients are going into my food, i.e., certain oils that my body has shown are inflammatory to my digestive system that tend to be utilized in a lot of restaurants that just don't work well for me personally. Talk water intake. So, the recommended daily amount of water is half of your body weight in ounces. I'm sitting at about 238 to 239 pounds. What I have honestly done for over 10 years now, since I've been in this health and fitness world, I've drinking at least a gallon a day. depending on my body's needs. So I will continue to drink at least 132 ounces of water daily, to ensure that I'm providing my body with the amount of water and electrolytes that it needs to optimize my overall health. And next up will be I will be eating on a time clock about 5 days out of the week, 5 to 6 days. The reason why is regulating blood sugar, regulating insulin, which helps regulate the hormones, which will help with the fat loss goals that I have. And I will follow my body's hunger cues. This has been very successful for me in the past, so much so that my body is jumps right back into a time clock. So I'll be eating at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., around 1. And if my body calls for it before I go to the gym, I'll consume something around 4. And then my last meal of the day will be around 7 p.m. post me coming from the gym. So, last but not least, I will also be adhering to a 24-hour fasting on Wednesdays, just because, based on how active my schedule is on other days, that is the most conducive day to work that into my structure. A few reasons why I'm utilizing a 24-hour fast, personally, and also just for functional use of what my goals are. I will break that down in an entire separate video, just because of how in depth of a subject it is and in depth of an experience it has been for me for over 10 years now. I will also note that fasting is a natural occurrence in our day to day life. I know it's such a hot topic and has been for, probably like 5 plus years. But in reality, we naturally fast every day. If you think of breakfast, break that up, break fast. That is fasting naturally with our circadian rhythm, which is our 24-hour biological clock. And I'll go further into that as well in the separate video that is centered around the fasting for this program for myself personally. That is my plan for 2026 for fat loss as a transformation coach. I am very excited to have you all here along on this journey with me, choosing to be here, which means more than you know. It feels really good to have the support I've had thus far from strangers and or friends, and to know that I'm not alone, and I'm being supported and encouraged. And I'm very proud of myself. I'm a month in. I'm consistent, I'm devoted, I'm disciplined. It's not even motivation. It's just a matter of like, this is what I said I'm going to do, so I'm going to do it, point blank. So thank you for being here. Feel free to like, comment, share, engage, whatever floats your boat, or just watch my journey, y'all. Just having you here means more than you know. So I will see you very soon. I have a lot of ideas and I am actively executing them now for the very near future. So see you soon.